And what is happening, crazy creators? In this episode, then, we're going to continue on from our last episode, which we was doing our first critter, over circles, and we're going to get into part 2 now, showing you how we're going to finish it up with some mouths, hair, shading, that kind of thing. So hopefully, guys, you can have a great blast of this. We'll also show you how to move him, like I promised, and then from there we'll go on to in future episodes, other critters, maybe even other shapes, and all sorts of ideas. We'll see where we go from there. Okay. Remember, guys, this is beginner level using Krita with keyboard and mouse, and I specialize in those who have difficulties like myself, with neurodiverse difficulties, that is, with sensitivity and things. You put your problems into me and I'll sort them in like the guru I'm pretending to be. Okay, so enjoy the episode, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. So I've actually decided for the first one, then I'm going to stick with the one big eye rather than doing the 2 or 3 eyes that I did in this version, just to see what I was going to do. Okay, so yeah, I might stick with this guy to show you that one at the end. So what I'm going to do with this left eye then is, because I don't like to keep it in your taking up room, I'm just going to delete it down the bottom. Right? So that left eye is going to be deleted, and now we have one big eye instead. So we're going to go with this guy. From here then, going on from the eye then, guys, we're going to do the mouth. But what I like to do with the mouth is I like to do sort of like, let's see, I like to do just a couple of variants of mouths. So we're going to just add another layer quickly, and then I'm going to Control and G and turn that layer into a group. Let's name the group by calling mouse. Mouse. Is that how I spell mouse? Why do I feel like there's an E in there somewhere, but I'm not sure. Dyslexic, don't forget. So we're going to do the first mouth here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do a shocked mouth, okay? So I like to start with a shocked mouth. So what I do is get a circle that I think, oh yeah, that's going to be good for a shocked mouth. So it's still too big. Oh, we're closing in on it, yeah, we're closing in. There we go, there's our shocked mouth. I think that's a good size to have a shocked mouth. So we want to make sure we got black on with Jiminy, and everything's fine. So I'm just going to click one black circle there, and that's his little shocked mouth. Then we're just going to add a layer just to make this look really cool. And what we're going to do now is grab our magic wand, and we're going to click on our circle. So it only selects the circle, don't forget, right? And then what we're going to do on this layer that we're on, layer 28, is I'm going to click the brush back, and then I'm just going to change to red. And what I want to do is, ooh, that's not too bad. Don't mind. I'm going to go a little bit bigger. Yeah, that's it. And what I'm going to do is, don't forget now, this won't, outside this circle that we've selected, it won't paint. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is just hit a red circle around about there. Now, if you can see where I've put it, if this was a clock face, it's not 6 o'clock. It's about 6:30. If that makes any sense to you, okay? 6:30. So if this was 6, this would be 6:30. This would be 7. Okay, so about 6:30. I hope that helps. And then what we want to do then is we want to add a layer. Then we want to change it to black. And what we're going to do is get into that 7 o'clock position, and then click on the black. Now again, we want to add another layer now. Yeah, and then we click on the red again. But this time, what you want to do is you want to try, and so the bottom of the red is connected to your circle, and you still lower it so you get that sort of like curve inwards, so it looks like it's joining the bottom. So if I show you like that, you see how it's curved. If I bring this down down, you can see how it's curved inwards and joins here. Okay. Experiment around that, see if you can get it. It can be a little tricky. Don't forget, you have always the option of Control and Z to go backwards, or up here to go back and try again every single time. Really easy stuff. And you can do this all in one. You know, you don't have to do it in these different layers. I mean, even now I'm thinking what I'm going to do now is show you another thing. You can right click, and where it says merge with layer below, and also says Control and E. Yeah, so you can do a Control and E. I'm going to click that one for now, and you'll see that now is going to merge with the layer below. So them two now, if you see on the little side picture there, are merged together. Now I'm going to do Control and E on my keyboard to show you can do it that way as well. And now all three are merged together, and I have the tongue. Yeah, I have like the tongue there. I can even label it tongue. There you go. Oh no, I can't get the T. Let's get the T. Right, tongue. Yeah, there you go. And so we've got this tongue in this mouth now, and while we've got this this selected, what we'll do is just click on tongue and add a layer. And what we want now is we want to make it white, and we want to get a nice size here. So we're just going to zoom in. And what I mean nice size is for your teeth. So if you think like that, I think that's not a bad size there. I'm going to go slightly bigger actually. No, I'm going to go with the little digits are there, the little dots. So I think that's a nice size. What I'm going to do is just going to click it and see what it looks like. Yes, white. It looks nice. I'll do the opposite. I always start in the middle. And I'm going to put a little gap between his teeth there. And then I'm going to... Yeah, I think I'm going to make them a little smaller each time. Yeah, I like that. It's a little cartoony. I do like that. All right, so I'm gonna leave it like that. Ooh, I don't know what's done there. And there we go. We have his teeth. And what is on layer 31 there? I'm gonna put Control and G into a group, and then tongue I'm gonna raise up into that group. Come on, move. I'm sure I pressed that. Yes, I did. And then layer 26 underneath it, the black circle, which is his mouth. And this I'm gonna call this layer, this folder, which is layer 32. Yeah, I'm gonna call it shock. Shock face. Shock face, okay. And then we have our shock mouth. Now, the layer itself, right, this we can now deselect this now. The layer itself, because it's within the group that's got the black outline, this will fold itself now. We could right click this and decide for this layer style. We won't put a drop shadow in, but we can go into the stroke, make it 100% and turn this down to 3 as well, so it matches the other one, and press OK. And then we have a circle around the mouth then as well. See? Yay! I suppose in essence we could have done the same with the eye, and we probably will. But like I'd move the eye a lot, and we'd have like cheeks come in and things like that I'm not sure if he'll mess with. So I'll look at a little bit more like that in the future. But this is the shock mouth. Up next I'll show you how to do how to make 2 more mouths out of this, and then we'll go on to like hair and a little shading. Okay. Okay, next up we're going to do some more mouths. Right, so what we want to do then, guys, is we're going to take a copy of the shock mouth. Right, there you go. Hit duplicate and we got a copy. And then I'm just going to turn the shock mouth off. And then on this copy, just because we're changing it, we don't want it to go slow. We're just going to, over here it says FX, which means the effects we put on it, which was the outline on this. We're just going to click on that FX with the left clicker, and it'll turn the ring around the mouth off. So let me show you again there. See, turn on, turn off. And now we're going to open the shock mouth and use elements of this. Okay, so I'm just going to turn the tongue off from the sight, the eye here. And then with the teeth, I'm actually going to delete this layer. So I'm going to take this box and delete this layer. I don't want that. Now with this, this black circle here, which we got for the shock mouth, what I'm going to do is make sure my brush is on, and then I'm going to raise the size, I think, to full capacity, full size. And then I want to turn it to the eraser. And then as I bring myself down, I want to see like a like a smile. And I do that, and then you see it's only a little smile. Don't forget, we can make the smile bigger, but I just want that little nice dip on the below, but like sort of like just a smooth curve on the top, so I can put some nice teeth on it. Okay, and then what I'm going to do with that layer then is I'm going to resize it. So I'm just going to hit my shift key because I want to resize it all the same size. I want to lift up like that, and then I'm going to try and fit it in there. Right, what I might do then is I just might tuck it in just a little bit like this. And there you go. Okay, so if you can copy something like that for now, and then we're going to do a similar sort of thing as we did before, right? What we're going to do is, first of all, we're just going to get the magic wand. We're going to click on the mouth, so it just selects the mouth, and then we're going to add another layer. Now we're going to select the brush again and bring the size down, and we're going to turn the eraser mode off. Now, oh, that's actually not bad. Size in. So you want something like that. But don't forget, guys, you can always resize your teeth and make them pointy and things like that. I'll show you how to make pointy teeth now in a moment, okay? Just for a bit of fun. But I'm not going to make pointy teeth on this guy, right? So we're going to try and keep it to circles as much as we can. So I'm going to select white, and I'm just going to like start with the middle and just put a tuft there, right? And then what I might do is just get there and then just there. To there. Right? And I like to make them small as I go in. I don't mind, just think that's cute or something, I don't know. Alright, yay, there you go. I mean, you can do whatever teeth you want. You can do skinny teeth if you want to. Any teeth you want to do. Right, so if I deselect this moment, and just, you go to tool options, and you've got, this resizing tool on. If you go onto the individual teeth, if you do them individually or something, you can then, like I said, you can turn on these pinchers and you can just drag things down and stuff. And you can mess around with that kind of thing. I'm not going to do that right now, but you guys can mess around with that if you want to. Okay. Just going to put that back the way it was with Control-Z. So there's the teeth on the smiley face here. And what I'm just going to do then is I can just, another thing you can do with the teeth, if I backtrack to when that was the selection was on there. One thing you can do, you can add a shadow. I'll quickly add in here now. Right, you add another layer, and all you have to do is click on your brush, and then on Gemini, if you've got the airbrush in there, and don't forget, guys, you can always just go into these presets and find the airbrush, which is there. Okay, and bring the size right down. And then what you do is turn the opacity down to about 20%. And what you can, if you're on black, you can sort of like paint a shadow over your teeth, so it looks like they're a little bit more 3D. Yeah. You can go as dark as you want. You can keep painting over and getting it slightly darker each time. And then you can do it closer to the rim of the mouth. You want it the darkest, yeah, as opposed to that. And if you're not, get the shading right, you can make the teeth look a little round and things like that. You don't have to do that kind of thing, guys. I mean, that's just little extra things. Right? So let's deselect this again. And what we want to do is go back that tongue and highlight it again, and then we want to reshape this tongue. We just make it a little smaller. Something like that. Something that looks a little bit more joyous. That'll do. And I think that is good for the happy. So we just name this happy. That's Happy Mouth. Ta-da! Happy Mouth. Okay. Now again, just I mean, we're going to do kind of like an opposite sort of thing here. So all we're going to do is we're going to take another copy of Happy Mouth, and turn Happy Mouth off. And then with this Happy Mouth, the old Happy Mouth, when you turn it back on a minute, turn this one off. If you turn the FX back on, this will happen. And I should have explained this part. And so, where we deleted from before, for some reason it puts a shadow in it. I haven't fully figured out why yet. But on this layer here, all you really have to do is get this polygon selection tool, select here, and then you can take it through the mouth here. and delete. Select, deselect, and then ta-da! You've got the nice little black line around your mouth as well. And that's that. Now I will figure out a way why that happens. I just forgot it happened, and I thought, oh, I haven't put the FX back on to show them that bad. And that will be the same with this copy in a moment, because we made a copy. And let's actually click that old copy and delete it. There we go. And then this new one, we make a copy of this one. Now that I've fixed the problem. So I'm glad I've actually seen that. So if you guys do it, you go, oh, let me see, show us how to do that. Right, so I'm gonna turn happy off now, and then turn the FX off on this new copy, and then open it up. Now, I might actually just, on the actual copy of happy, or the new one anyway, actually write in there, sad, for now, right? Sad slash worry. I like worry is the look on this one a little bit. So you know roughly what it's going to be like. And what we want to do is actually click on the folder, and sort of like, we want to mirror vertically this time. Okay, so mirror vertically, and then straight away you can see we've got this kind of face, and we want to just make it by holding shift on our keyboards. I'm just gonna drag it in a little bit, and so have it there. Okay, now I'm going this time to get rid of the tongue completely, so I'm just gonna tongue there, get rid of that. But I'm also, as I've got teeth on the bottom, I want teeth on the top a little bit as well. So what I'm going to do is, on the layer 26 in this one, I'm going to select it and then hit my, actually I don't even think I need to get on layer 26. So just hit a magic wand and select this mouth. And it should select everything that's black in there. And then what we want to do is, where you have your teeth here, layer 33, is you can now select your brush again, and then you can make sure you're white on, and you put your teeth in. But I'm going to make my top teeth bigger than my bottom teeth. I want to make them a little bit like that. Oh, what am I doing wrong here? Oh, my silly me! I've got my opacity. I'm going to go the wrong brush on. Basic 5, right? So basic 5, and then we can yeah, there we go. Nope, I don't like that. I think I'm going to bring them more in a bit like that. There we go. Yeah, something like that. Am I going to put only 4 on the top, maybe? Yeah, I'm just going to leave a 4 on the top. I'm going to go on to layer 34 with a shade in it, and I'm going to do the same thing as I did before, just so I don't leave it out. So I'm going to bring the opacity down to 25, and go with my airbrush and select black. And then what I'm going to do is just... Ow, my opacity wasn't on 25 actually. Luckily I just shaved it. And so... there you go, guys. And then select on this side. Right, and then now we got the side mouth. If we turn our effects back on, so if we turn the effects back on, there we go, we have the sad worry mouth. So now we have 3 different mouths. We have the sad worry mouth. We turn this off. We have the happy mouth, and we have the shock mouth. Now if you guys want me to show you other mouths, I mean, just put in comments, messages, and I'll show you different mouths. But if you want to invent your own mouths, brilliant, and share them with us as well. We'd like to hear about them. So right now I'm going to stick the happy mouth back on him. Hey, happy mouth. And turn the shock mouth. In fact, my happy mouth, I'm gonna give a little hello, a little character, I think, and I'm gonna show it to have a little cheek in the next bit. Okay. Meep meep. Well, not far. Now we're almost there, guys. Right? Like I said, I was going to give a little character to my mouth here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it a little teeny bit bigger. And then I'm just going to sort of like get a little cheeky turn on it, right? And what that's going to entail is I'm going to, on this level here, you've got the body here, right? at the top, above mouth, I'm just going to add another layer. Oh, pardon me. And what I'm going to do, actually, but I want it below mouth, okay? I want it below mouth, okay? I want it above eyes, below mouth. So this big eye, we don't even need to have right that eye now. We just got right eye, haven't we? Not right eye, eye. And this one, we're going to label this cheek. And all we're going to do is we're going to select the brush, make sure the opacity is full. We're going to make full size to start with and make sure it's on basic 5. Oh no, opacity is on background. So always check that it changes. Look at it like that. Alright, color pick. I'm going to select that moment, just get the right color and select the pink that we've been using. And then go back to my brush and bring the size up just about halfway a moment. And what we're going to do is we're just going to chuck one circle there. Yay. As you can see, it goes under the mouth but on top of the eye. And then what we're going to do is on our transform tool is I'm just going to drag this across like so. And then I'm going to use my shift key to resize it down equally and then just turn it. And already people should be seeing, you know, what's going on here. And I might bring this just a little bit down a little bit. You can shape it how you want, but then when you take it off, look, that's how it's going to look. It's just going to look a little like that. Just give it a little character. Yay! Now, guys, you can go on from here and put like all sorts of things. You know, you can do like an eyelids, you can do eyelashes and things. But I'm not going to go into that. I'm going to do a little bit of hair now, and then we're going to, you know, call it a little shading and see what you guys think of the other critters and stuff. So, moving on then, guys, to his hair. What we're going to do is select mouth at the top. I'm sorry, body at the bottom. Body at the bottom. One at the bottom, body, that one. And then we're just going to add a layer. We're going to Control and G and turn this into a group, and then just label the group hair. Okay, hair. Now you don't have to do hair, and there's going to be cool ways to do other hair which I'll put on other critters. But as we're using all circles, let's just go for the circle kind. Now all we're doing is we're going to actually what we're going to do this hair. We're going to take this folder and put it down under the body. In fact, we're going to close this and make sure it's on the outside like this. So bring it outside of this entire folder. We want this a completely different folder in between this critter and background, okay? And then we're going to select the brush, zoom into our critter and bring the size right down. That's not a bad size actually. Put that down to the eye in size. Right? And then what we're going to do is we can do all the hair of his big eyeball here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to, oops, I didn't select the color. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm going to pick I'm just going to pick black for now. And we're going to do it all in black. And size of everything down here. So why isn't everything coming up? It's because you're not on the layer, Carl. Fail. Right, so open the folder and select layer 36. You guys may start doing this and be glad you've seen me make this mistake. And they go, all right, that's what it is. I'd had the actual folder selected, not the file I'm working on. So the folder is just what you're putting the pieces of paper into so you can move them together, guys. Yeah. So you're going to select this layer, which is obviously in pieces of paper. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a cell there. And I'm just going to join them so they're just touching, okay? That's all. And then what I'm going to do is you don't have to make it go too straight, okay? Control G, because that one. Alright, this is how long as I'm going to do it. And now what I want you to do is do another one. But as long as it's kind of different, I don't want to go for the same. You only want to do this about 2 or 3 times at top 6. There's not really doing what we're doing. And again, do another one. I'll try this time to. I'll try this time. I'll make this more plain. Oops. That'll do. Right. Now, what we're going to do with this is going to have its very own layer style. And we're down to a drop shadow, we're going to put a stroke. And on this stroke, we're going to bring this down to 3, just like the others. In fact, no, we're going to bring this down to 2. And we're going to turn it to a gradient. The gradient we're going to turn it to is a rainbow color gradient. Now you can do different colors. It's really up to you. I'm just going to go with rainbow for now, okay? And for some reason it's not happening. I do not know why. Layer style. Well, I haven't clicked that. Clicking a car would help. And look, we have this cool rainbow style here. Now we could, I suppose, we could bring this down in size, bring it down, and just have him short hair, because we got longer hair on the other guy. So we could just do short hair on this and make this a little different. So if we just see how that looks. Okay, that looks not too bad. And we're going to stick with the rainbow, even though the other one has rainbow. No, we're not. Actually, the other one, that's a rainbow color. Let's do this one, a different one. We can show them that. Okay, right. And so, right, stroke. Let's go for, what should we go for then? I might go for the pink, the bubblegum type of colours. Yeah, go on. Let's stick with that. And we're just going to do short hairs all over the top of his head. Let's see what this one looks like. Okay, so all we're doing is with this one, then we're going to be like duplicating it. So we're going to duplicate that. And we're going to move it each time. But keep our transform tool because we're going to have to turn it each time as well. So we might have to, yeah, see like that. And it doesn't all have to be exactly the same each time. I mean, you can get a third one done like so. Copy that and then sort of like flip it horizontally and sort of twist it. And what happens if I put that like that? Yeah, I like that. So what we could do then, guys, is if we put all this into a group together. No, it's in a group now, but how did that come out? Oh, I suppressed it too many times. Is it winding me up? It is. It's my computer's gone way too slow. Alright, so then this layer, what we can do is we can just duplicate this layer. Alright, but once you duplicate this layer, we don't want all these hundreds of duplicates, so we can just merge this group with a Control and E, and what happens is then everything that was in our folder just becomes one picture now, okay? And now you can just move it like so. And don't forget now it's behind the picture, so the picture will always come up on top, and then you can just copy this one then. So I mean, you're building this hair around, and even this one, when you're copying it, you can sort of like, you can select it and mirror horizontally.
Hello.
And just sort of change it up a little bit so it doesn't look identical. The pattern doesn't look too similar every time. Now let's just look what it looks like zooming out. Now I know one side seems higher than the other side, but don't forget you got a little character in this smile here, so maybe there's a little slant in the head. I mean, we could even just sort of like make the eye a little bigger, make it. Watch now, I'll do something cool with the eye. So I'm going to leave the hair like that. I think it looks pretty cool. I'm going to leave the hair, it's all little circles. It looks brilliant, right? And we're going to do something with the eye and a little shade in next, okay? Okay, moving on. So we are going to do something a little bit with the eye. So we're going to go back into the Krita itself. Go into the eye and see the pupil. We're going to select the whole pupil, which is all of this. And we're just going to make this a little larger. Okay. Actually, I want to make it a lot larger. Yeah. And then I'm just going to have it come down here slightly. Now, another thing we do with the more advanced eyes is we shade them to give them a little shape. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to, on other videos where I just show you how to do the eye alone, you'll see how we get some nice shades and shape to it. I'm not going to put it into this one, but if you want to see put better eyes on it, you look at the other videos. For now, we're just going to leave it like that, and we're just going to put a little shade on the entire thing. Okay, so on mouse in, Crazy Critter, and then what I want to do is Control and G to turn that into a group, and then only the hair, you want to bring that up into the group as well. And then layer 59, what I'm going to do is give your critter a name, right? So we're going to call this one, I don't know, I'm going to call that Pinky. There you go, Pinky. And what we're going to do is, whilst we've got this crazy critter, this TC1 selected, we're going to add a layer. And we're just going to call this layer shade, shadow will be better, shadow, whatever. And select it, and then what we're going to do is with our magic brush, we just anywhere in the pink, just select, and it should select all the pink. Yeah. So if this is the critter, this is the picture you're going to go with, guys. You have to do the shadows on this, kind of like I do them individually to each one. They don't take long to do, and it allows me to get a little bit more depth and a little bit more feel to the character. And this is the only part then where really you're not doing it with the shape, you're doing it with the shade. Hello. And this is the can be the difficult part for some people. Well, I assure you, it doesn't have to be, really, really stressful thing. On the shadow, you just select all the pink. The rest of it, don't worry about it so much, right? And then just select your brush. You want to get your airbrush wherever you get it from your presets or your Gemini. And as I say, bring it down to go a little bit bigger. I'm going to say, yeah, just a little below halfway, around halfway. Right? And then your opacity, you want to bring it down to 20, 25. Right? I'll go for the 20, doesn't matter. Now, this takes a little skill. You're happy with your critter, leave it. It's done. It's finished. I mean, add to it, have fun with it, whatever. I'll show you how to move it in the next little bit. But what I'm trying to tell you now is you're done unless you want to put a shade. And the shade, what I normally do is I just normally start with a hand. I don't do the fingers. I'll show you why, because I do that at the end. Right? And I just stand roughly with the palm of the hand, and I'll hold the left trigger, and I won't let it go because I don't want to go another thickness over it. And if I hold it, it'll stay at the same shade. And you see how the shade is coming in? I just travel with it around the body, nicely around the body. I don't do the feet exactly at this point. What I do is I always do the legs, and I come down and just do the bottom bit right here. That's all, just the bottom bit. Come back, hit the crutch little area and around this leg because they're mostly shaded because they're underneath this creature, and then just the bottom bit of that, and then come back up. Alright. I'm going to leave it here, and then what I'm going to do is start this side and do a similar sort of thing. This time just bring it down to the foot where we left at. Right, from there, bring it down here, and then just going to end it around about here. Okay. Now, with the eye itself, what I like to do is come to this area where the shoulder is, and leave this bit here, and then just hit the top of the shoulder, and then go around the eye itself, shape pretty much all in, and then bring it in on the eye, and around the cheek. So, bring it back, and then off the top of the shoulder here. Right, and that's my little shading. That's as simple as I do. And look, the effect you can get in it now. I go a little step further on the shadows, and then I will come to the hand. And don't forget, I do this every time I change its pose, because the shading is only really for when I'm ready to stamp it. I have got ways of putting shading in so that I very rarely move it around. So it's actually in the pictures, but that's a little bit more advanced, and we'll go on another time. So what we're going to do, when you bring the sizing down, what it normally does, it sort of like, it seems like it intensifies a little bit. You'll see what I mean now. But I've generally done is bring the size down a little bit. I've gone to between the I and the Z in size. And I'm going to do the same sort of thing here. When I come to the joint, I'm just going to join up like that, like so. And then when I get on the bottom here, I'm just going to come across. Don't forget, you can go over what you've just done as long as you don't take your finger off the left mouse. Yeah? If you take your fingers off the left and apply it again, it's going to give another layer of spray to you already. And you're already shadowed, already done, but like you're not good. you won't be able to continue the same sort of shade the entire way around then. And then off the thumb, what I like to do is come down the inside, catch the inside there, and then on here, go just to there, just to the middle, and that's it. And that's how I'll do the hand. You could suppose copy the shadow, or just put the shadow on one, and then when you copy it over, it's on there. Like I said, the shadow, when I do the shadows, I have a sense of like practice, you know what I mean, with my mouse controls. So I always advise people just have a go with the shadow. Just have a go with the shadow. I mean, you can have little nice touches. You can bring down the arm there. That's not a problem. And where you put the shadow, if you're asking, I often know at the beginner level, I say don't worry too much. Just put it in there and have a bit of fun with it. I always just envision the light coming from that side in or that side in, and then put the shadow on the opposite side and just try and make sure all the shadows are the same. But you'll make mistakes and you'll learn, guys. Trust me. Right. And the hands and the same with the feet then, guys, is on here. What you want to do is no, don't do that. I'm just testing it. Oh, at the back foot. That's it. The back foot. Try and do that right now. All right. So you start at the toe, and then you just get slimmer and slimmer until you come off. All right. And try again. And just give it a little different depth, a little bit. Makes it pop for me. Right, so that's it. Just select on Pinky now, and go up to select and deselect, and there you have it, guys. You have your Grazy Critter. You should all be done like that. Congratulations, way to go, you! And in a moment, I'll show you how you can move it around. Alright guys, I'll try not to keep it too long. I will show you quickly you've seen this Grazy Critter because we built it, but the other one we was going to do was this guy. All the same method, guys, just that we just did 3 eyes, and then we just did his hair a little differently, with a different sort of like that's what the rainbow colored look like on the hair. And as you can see, it's the same mouth, same feet. I think the hands maybe slightly. There's some little differences in the circles and the shapes and stuff, but that's what I mean. You guys have fun. You don't have to use circles. You use other shapes. I mean, we're going to try and do more of other shapes soon. But this is just supposed to be a little bit of fun for you. So if you go back to our one that we created here, you can see that we can put the different mouths on in that you guys have seen and just shape things around. You don't have to always have the cheek there. I mean, if we just turn the shadow off just really slightly, and then look, I mean, what am I doing? Shaping. Right. I mean, different. You can put things to different sizes. So like, maybe we can have stuff like this. We can change the size of the mouth, change the shape of the mouth, even with the hands. I mean, we can just take it so even legs, just to go quickly with the legs. If we get the right leg, and then sort of like put a flip horizontal on there, maybe twist it in that sort of fashion. Maybe get the right arm and twist it so he's more up there. Left arm, let's go into the left arm and just do the lower arm. And then the hand. Or maybe we flip vertically the hand and have it down facing this. yeah, do you guys see what I'm trying to do here? And even the hair you can mess around with if you want. I mean, you can even resize the hair, or as I did in the other one, I duplicate parts of the hair. So it's let's see what it looks like resized at the moment. Oh, that's taking its time. So that's how rubbish my video is. Let's duplicate his hair. Oh, that was rubbish. See, it just came at layer 41 and it didn't duplicate. I don't know why it does that every now and again. I duplicate this hair, and then you can sort of like resize that. On top of his hair that he had. And all you have to do is drop it below the hair that was already there. Yeah, going on in a moment. And then overall pinky, let's bring you a little smaller so we can see what you all look like.
2 hours later.
Anyway, there you go. It's finally starting to move. Yeah, yes, I'm gonna need another cup of tea. I really am. A nice walk. Don't forget, guys. Don't forget to keep saving your work. I'm gonna hit save there because I'm no risk in this. You know, it's quite easy to put it together, and I can do it again. But you guys save your work continuously and make sure you have breaks. Okay, we do remind you a lot. Guys, that's it for this episode. Hope you had fun. And that's it, guys. That's your first Krita. We're gonna do plenty more of these guys, and they'll evolve bigger and better. But Critters will stay in one series of things. We're going to do another series where we're going to do some, action heroes and things. Another series with the Erples. Other series with other things. We're probably going to look at art from other people's different work, and see how we can manipulate them and make them fun for you guys to create at home and have good fun with it. So hope you enjoyed yourself, and we'll definitely see you in the next one. Bye. Peace out. What's happening, crazy creators? And that is it for the show, I'm afraid. I hope you've had a good time. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please, guys, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. It's all wonderful news. But if you can just spread the word, let everybody know. I need it. I need lots and lots of viewers so I can progress my art and get more involved and get more stuff done. There's so much we want to do, and with your help we can do it. So if you can just share with everybody, that'd be great. Just try and watch every show as best as you can. That all helps us. It helps us get our show out there, helps people find the show, and can help people find themselves. So please do that if you can. In the meantime, as you can see, we have links and codes coming up on the screen. Check out all those. Help out whoever you can help out. But guys, we got other things coming in the future on how you can help just with your art alone. So just if you can't do anything, just stick with the art at least. That'd be great. And just like I said, spread the word. Thank you, guys. Peace.